Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yesterday we have seen the second stage, little evolved understanding of yoga. First day we saw the Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs associated with the practice of yoga. You know them by heart now. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Then yesterday we saw only the 3 aspects. That is Tapasvadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhanani, Kriya Yoga. Only 3 of them we tried. Now, from 8 we have reduced to the 3. Now, from 3 we reduced to 2. That is the beginning of your Yoga Shastra. And it is only 2 things as the yoga practice. And that is Abhyasa Vairagya Bhyam Tan Nirodha. One sutra telling 2 things. Abhyasa, practice, Vairagya, dispassion. By these 2, we can attain Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Now here I will tell you deep understanding. Take out your mind from the stomach and get it into the head. वो पोहा अच्छा बना था, किसने बनाया था? How important it is. Our mind has 5 stages. What we call technically Bhumika. Bhumika means the stages, let us put this way. One is Kshipta. Kshipta means Kshepane, to throw something. Like if I take something and throw, it's called a Kshepanam. From that, the Krudanta is Kshipta. So our mind is constantly running from one place to another place. Never available in any theme for a longer period of time. Kshipta mind. Second is Vikshipta. Vikshipta means obsessed. We want particular thing. No, this is the only way, not like that. So one is Kshipta, second is Vikshipta. Vikshipta people are terrible. They are obsessed with something or the other. And because of that, they suffer maximum. The third is Moodha. Moodha means what? The one who functions under the influence of mood is called as Moodha. Spelling is the same. You know, South Indian spelling, Keralite spelling. Yam vo vo di. Keralites, they pronounce like this. Our Bombay children ask the question to us. Swamiji, how a Malayali will spell banana? B-A-N-A-N-A. No, you don't know. I say, tell me. B-A-N-A, yet another N-A. See? Malayalis. So, Moodha, when it overpowers our life, we become Moodha. Spelling is same. When Moodha is added with H, and writes H. Our every language has got some beautiful peculiarity. Like Bengalis. Bengalis never are buried. Or they are always buried. Because they call wo as ba. Why are you buried? No, I am outside. So, Moodha, dull-witted. Nothing, no alertness, never available for anything. These are the 3 lower stages of mind. Kshipta, Vikshipta and Moodha. The 4th one is Ekagra. Ekagra is single pointed. Now, by single pointed, don't have wrong understanding. Single pointed, normally what people understand, take the thread and salivate it and make it hard, and take the needle, and in the eye of the needle you try to pull it ekagra and it doesn't go inside. That is not ekagra. Ekagra means when the mind is available to us whenever we want, for whatever job we want, for whatever length of time we want, the mind is fully available. That quality of the mind is called as ekagra, single pointed. See? 4 stages. And the 5th stage is niruddha. Niruddha is perfectly controlled. Mind is asked to stop, and mind stops. Now, when we are practicing yoga, what was yoga defined by Patanjali? Yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. You ask any yogis, have they really attained chitta vritti nirodha? It cannot be, and it should not be. See, it is something like in a school, chemistry laboratory, one student was trying to see, mercury is a liquid metal, how it is possible? So he went and took the bottle of mercury, glass bottle, it's a heavy metal, and it slipped from his hand, fell down, broke. Now he was afraid, what to do? So he started to collect the spilled mercury and take another object and try to lift it by his finger and put it here. He may spend the whole life, he cannot lift the mercury by his hand and put it back. Exactly the same way. Chitta vritti nirodha, there should not be any thought in the mind. It is something like, eyes should not see. Then close the eyes. No, I want to keep the eyes open, but I should not see. See, friend, recognize this. Seeing by the eyes is not a problem. Hearing by the ears is not a problem. Smelling by the nose is not a problem. Why it should be a problem if there are thoughts in the mind? Mind is meant for thoughts. Where will the thoughts come? Will they grow like a beard? No. Therefore, we have to clearly understand. Tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. This word tada is preceded always by yada. When you will come here, then we will go for a movie. When and then. When it is said tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam, then you will be established in your essential nature. What does it mean? Yada. So, yada yada hi dharmasya glamir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Yada and tada, they are paired words used in a phrase. So, when Patanjali Maharshi says tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam, means what? Yada, when your thought process is suspended, then you will be merging in the absolute. Be attentive. Is not our thought process suspended in the deep sleep? Are we that time merging in the absolute? No. Here, this is what we have to learn. See, there are 5 types of thoughts. They are called as klishta, aklishta. It's not very difficult. Raga, dvesha. The likes, the dislikes, confusion, and attachment, and the last one is the abhinivesha. Abhinivesha is identification. These are the 5 types of thoughts. Now, when we have to control the thoughts, what normally we do is what Arjuna did in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan Sri Krishna told Arjuna, आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समम पश्यति अर्जुन सुखम वा यदि वा दुःखम स योगी परमो मतः. He who is able to maintain equanimity under all conditions, and therefore he is able to recognize his presence in all the things and beings around him, then he is the real yogi. Atmaupamena. As we look at ourselves, when there is happiness, we want to share our happiness. See? When there is a misery, we want a helping hand for somebody. In the same manner, the real yogi is the one who is able to merge with the totality because he has discarded the individuality. And it happens only by equanimity of mind or thinking. When this was told to Arjuna by Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Arjuna, like us, started questioning. See? Chanchalam hi manak Krishna pramathi balavadrudam etasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva sudushkaram. O Lord, the mind is chanchala, unsteady. Pramathi, the mind is disturbing over all faculties. Balavat, very strong. Drudam, very obstinate. So these are the four things associated with the mind. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramathi balavat drudam. Etasya nigraham aham manne. I think control of such a mind is like controlling the hurricanes, controlling the huge bavander, what they call, is impossible. Dushkaram, not possible. Bhagavan Sri Krishna gives this advice. See? Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. These two things. The same thing Patanjali says. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tad nirodha. So we have to practice. Normally what we do with our mind, we complain. Therefore one of our Mahamantra is what? Living at zero complaint level. Stop complaining. That is essential. See? We have to stop complaining. Then start working on it. See? Remember one important principle. We have to live our life. There is no proxy. Others cannot live for us. We have to die our death. Nobody can give proxy for our death. Similarly, we have to lead our spiritual life ourselves. In Upasana, they do this thing. Panditji, please do Mrityunjay Mahamantra Japa for me. Okay, Sethji, we'll do it. Panditji, do Mahamrityunjay Japa. Okay, I'll do it. Dakshina, you people are very greedy, money, money, money. Take 1 rupee. And then the Sethji turns and Panditji says, Sethji, over. Mahamrityunjay Japa over so quickly. 1 रुपये में ऐसे ही होता है. See, there is no proxy on the spiritual path. You can appoint a pujari to do the puja of your gods. You can appoint a cook for cooking. Your husband can cook. See. But when it comes to your spiritual life, no proxy. And this is what normally happens. We complain. We complain. And the worst complaint is about mind. And then we go to the teachers and ask them, my mind is very disturbed, what should I do? It is your mind, you should know. What can I tell you? No, please tell us. Therefore, if we want to attain Chitta Vritti Nirodha, we have to clearly understand this principle. How the mind is disturbed, what is the meaning of a disturbed mind? One of the good quality of the mind is, mind can form habits very quickly. Get up early in the morning, I do this. I'm doing it for years together. So wherever I go, so I told Ravi, keep one water kettle for boiling water, a cup and tea bags. Morning, when I get up, the first thing I want is a cup of tea. And it is not expensive. Black tea, no milk, no sugar. I have been doing it for years together. So when I get up in the morning, automatically default setting chai. And when I don't get tea, then the Maha Mantra starts. Tea, 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 tea. When mind can make habits of anything, you use the same faculty of the mind for this thing. See? What is to be done? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Try. See? But we being Indians, we have comments, suggestions, evaluation about everything. See? And not only that, making decision for others. See? Our, how to send it? So, old people at home, they are called as vigilance officers. They have nothing to do. So who has come, who has gone, why they are doing. So one boy was standing in his own house and looking. So the old person, vigilance officer, Beta, see, our Dabbu is constantly watching at the fan. Something is wrong with him. Then, shadi kara do. Make decisions immediately about somebody. Remember this. Don't make decisions for anybody in life. Our children must learn how to make decisions. For everything. Mummy, should I get married to them? No, you get married to me. Those boys who cannot find out their own partner, they become Swami. See, friends. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Don't get involved unnecessarily in this world. See? Then this habit will change. Kshipta bhumika, we have conquered. Then vikshipta bhumika. We are obsessed with many things in life. Many things. See? And that obsession makes our life miserable, life of others miserable. About this I'll give an example. This happened in Delhi many years before, maybe 30, 35 years before. There used to be one friend of mine, a Bengali, and he had some bad event in his life. His wife died. And then because of his student, he started coming for satsang. And then he was constantly, coming satsang, slowly he started changing. And then he really completely changed, came out of that event of his wife's death. Then I left Delhi. So he asked me, once I met him somewhere on the airport. I said, hey, you told me while leaving, Swamiji, I have learned many things from you. Tell me what you have learned. This is what he told me on the airport, Delhi airport. He said, I learned one thing. Anything can be done many ways. I said, give some example. He said, he is a architect, chief architect of Delhi planning. So he said, whenever there is to be some project, I used to keep the map in front of me, and all my team, I used to say, you have to do this. If anybody objects, I used to get angry. And every meeting used to end in a frustration and anger. Then I used to go at home and my wife used to soothe me. But now after she died, there is nobody. But then I learned from your talks. I said, come on, tell me also, I will also learn, because I don't know. I bluff and forget. He said, what I did, I put the map on the table, and the whole team was standing around, And I told them, please each one of you put your comments. Everybody put their comments. Then I said, hey, I had to go for, I think I am some stomach. Anyway, you discuss among yourself and come to a conclusion. I'll come meanwhile, then we'll see. He said, I purposely went out for half an hour, 45 minutes, gave them sufficient time, they discussed. And then I came. I said, oh, now what is your conclusion? So they concluded something. And that was exactly my conclusion. But now the difference was, earlier I was telling and they were doing. Now it is their project. Be attentive. We must have the ability to make people participate and not dictate. See? Vikshipta bhumika. We are obsessed with small little things. That obsession must be given up. There are many ways we can look at the world. But we get with one particular event so much obsessed as if the world has come to an end. See, my friends, we have to go through all the traffic. See, if you are living in Ahmedabad and complain about traffic, you can never be happy in your life. In Ahmedabad, there is one peculiar thing, whether you know or not, I don't know. People ask me that also. When the auto rickshaw people drive the auto rickshaw, the direction they don't show by light or hand. They take out their leg. That means he is moving there. On this, a question comes to me in a management conference. Swamiji, you observe so many things. Why here the auto rickshaw people are taking their leg out and showing the direction? I said, Purva Janma Samskar. In the last life, wherever they go, Om Purna Vadaha Purna Vidam Purnat Purna Udachyate. See, friends, we must not be obsessed with anything in life. The life is like this. Thode gam hai, thodi khushiya, ye jeevan hai. Those who do not have difficulty and problems in their life, they are most unfortunate. See, ये वही दर्द दिल है जो उनको पाता है, भगवान भला करे उनका जो दिल दुखाता है. When everything is going beautiful, we get lost in this world. Like you are driving a car, straight road, no animals coming, no nothing. You can go very nice straight speed, and in that lullaby comes. Then, to stop us from these wrong things, there is a speed breaker. In the same manner, our life is a lullaby. And the speed breaker comes. Then we become awake. What for we are in this world? Is it the same tamaku, same chuna, ragdo or khao? What is the purpose of our life? Arise, awake, and stop not till you reach the truth. See, friends, once we change our thinking process, we will come out of the obsession, vikshipta vritti. Thereafter comes the mudha vritti. Mudha vritti is no interest in life. अब जी के क्या करेंगे, मरो, मरते भी नहीं. See, we are here to live, not to die, unless you are from Australia. First time when an Australian came to meet me in Mumbai, I asked him, hey, when did you come? He said, to die. I said, I am not asking the purpose. When did you come? He said, to die. He meant today. There, today is called to die. Maro phir. See, friends. Therefore, mudha bhumika means no interest in life. See? I'll tell you one example. One of my very good friend, they are probably Tamilians in Mumbai. The husband, wife, and two children, son and daughter. The son extremely intelligent, and he completed, I think, his 9th or 10th standard, and got complete detachment from the retina. No possibility of any improvement. The young boy at the age of 14 or 13 became blind. Now his mother used to read all the books. He used to listen. And then for his examination, he used to get a person to write for him. He used to dictate and questions. And thus he completed his schooling, his college. Now he is with IBM. He is doing computer science. So intelligent, marketing he does. And when this happened to him, his sister he said, I will take this as a challenge. And she has opened an institution for the disabled persons, no charity, getting them into some skill so that they earn and lead a life of respectful existence. Now can you imagine a young boy at that age lost his vision? We can only cry and condemn the whole world. Now whom will you blame? Therefore, friends, every event in our life is for our evolution. Nothing happens in our life unplanned. Everything is required. See, there is no shortcut in spiritual life. If you want shortcut, you will be cut short. There are many shortcuts. Crash course in meditation. See, 3 days in meditation, 3 days. See, no. Therefore, this moodhatva, give up. So how should we start our spiritual life or yoga, our Maha Mantra? Be happy. I am not telling become happy. If you are happy because your wife is very nice, what is your contribution? If you are happy in spite of your wife, then you are a genius, then you are a spiritual seeker. See, friends, don't find out reasons to be happy. Be unreasonably happy. See, but for us it is the other way around. गुप्ता जी क्या बात है आज बड़े खुश नजर आ रहे हैं. If he is miserable, we don't ask this question. It is a sthayi bhav. It's always like that. But if sometime he is happy, we are surprised. क्या बात है? How come you are happy today? See? Therefore, moodhatva is not our lot. So these 3. Then comes ekagra. Ekagrata will come when we have recognized the value for something. If you have read or heard Bhagavad Mahapuran, earlier 6 chapters borrowed from Padma Puran are called as Srimad Bhagavad Mahatmya. Mahatmya means greatness. 2 things attract our mind. When we recognize some greatness or when we recognize some good qualities. Now we respect our mother because of her greatness. And we like a girl or a boy because of the qualities. Oh, she is very beautiful. Oh, she sings very well. See? And these qualities after some time disappear. Therefore, first they fall in love, then they regret in love. But the greatness for the mother, Mahatmya, never dies. If this is clear, make it very clear. In the same manner, when we have recognized the greatness of something, you will have no complaint to walk the spiritual path. That is called as abhyasa, practice. See? Now take an example. Watch next time Here you don't see that, but in India you can see. People give money. Suppose some 50, 70, 80 notes, 100 rupees or 500 rupees. And you are standing there, and that person is counting. All others are counting. See, this experiment I did in one of my management conference. I wanted to tell them the importance of spirituality in management. So, after our break like this, all came together, and I have already planned a drama. I told the servant, I said, look here, when I start, you come in between, I will scold you, but you insist, no, I want to give it to you. So give me this money. Then I will ask him, count. No, it is okay. I say, no, you have to count in front of me. And everything was organized. And thereafter, when he started counting those notes, my attention was to all the participants. All of them looking at him. After he counted about 5, 6, I said, stop, enough. Then I asked, did I ask any one of you to count the notes? Observe this. Because we have got value for the money, we get single pointed in no time. Number 2, we have got value for the money. Therefore, had anybody ever said, earning money is difficult, therefore I am not going to earn. On the contrary, we find out the means, above the table, below the table, behind the table. Think. Because we have value for money. If this is understood, then if we have value for our peace of mind, we will have no complaints. We have not recognized the greatness of the mind. See, in one of the international yoga conference, I have gone to so many of them. One American lady came and she attended the conference, attended all my lectures. And then she said, Swamiji, I want to talk to you, but my flight is there, I cannot talk. When I go there, I will call you. I said, all right. And she called me when India it was night. I said, look here, at night I don't talk. Call me when it is day here. Next day she called. She said, I am writing book on mind. I like your lecture very much. So I want to know from you, what is the meaning or the mind that you think about? I said, look here, I will summarize both, your and mine. In the Western way of looking at the mind, you look only at the unhealthy condition of the mind, therefore maximum psychiatrists. We here in Oriental thinking, in yoga, we think and talk about the infinite dormant potentialities which are present in every mind. We don't talk about unhealthy condition. Invoke. And that can happen only if we know and have the value for the peace of mind. Nobody can give us peace of mind. We have to ourselves discover. It is not a poha, le lo, ek chammach aur. No. You have to discover yourself. And then you start working on this. Then forget about God for a time being. Forget about the world. Start working on your mind. Then you come to know our own habits. Anything we see, anything we hear, mind start blabbering, commenting, giving suggestions, making decisions for others, carrying the burden of the past. Jaane kahan gaye wo din. I don't know what is going to happen in the future. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. We have never worked on our mind. And then we say, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. I don't know why it happened. You are going the wrong way. See, friends. Therefore, this Ekagra Bhumika can come if we are educated in this line of thinking. And it will become successful only by one technique. We must know the value of peace of mind. If you ask me, what is the most valuable thing in the whole universe? Is our peace of mind. Don't give the key of your happiness in the purse of others. Don't be happy because of something. Be happy by yourself. See, when these things are done, 4 of them, Kshipta, Vikshipta, Mudha, Ekagra, then the mind will naturally become Ekagra, available to you, because you know now what is the value of that. In the same manner, when we know and recognize the value of spiritual life, you don't have to struggle in life. See, the other day, Ravi or what? No, this happened in Dallas. They were showing me some movie. Swamiji, this is a very good movie, you will like it. So they started some movie. I said, yeah, boredom, I don't like it. Swamiji, you don't like it, we liked it so much. I gave them one example. I said, that tiger who has tasted the human blood, he will never run after the cows and buffaloes. Once you are tasted the joy of your being, you are independent of the things and beings around you. Then you don't get joy, you give joy. Our life is, we are seeking happiness and we become frustrated. Don't seek happiness, express happiness. That is Karma Yoga. See, normally by Karma Yoga, what everybody understands? Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karmam nahi. Zero. See, because we are not recognized the depth of this statement. When we do something to get happiness out of it, what we are doing? Unknowingly, we are postponing our happiness in the future period of time. Suppose now I am talking to you, and if I have this notion, which is not, if I have this notion, then after my talk is over, then you will get up and say, Swamiji, it was so wonderful, and then I will become happy. What I am doing, I am postponing my happiness in the future period of time. And future never comes. You will never say that, I will be frustrated. Pata nahi kahan ke log hai. But if I am happily talking, who cares whether you understand or you don't understand? I am happy. Therefore, express happiness through every action, every word, every thought. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tad nirodha. This is the practice. Don't struggle. Do the japa. No. Yesterday I told you about abhyasa and the importance of the japa sadhana. There is abhyasa. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tad nirodha. The thoughts can be controlled by abhyasa. Now this one technique I will tell you. There are many of them. You will see them in all the talks. Be very attentive. Thoughts do not create problems. The flow of thoughts create problem. See? Today it is 30th May. Is a thought. No problem. Today it is 30th, tomorrow it is there. When is my next flight? I have to go there. I don't know whether I'm doing it. See? Now, next step. When the theme is finite, that thought which breeds the next thought creates a flow of thoughts. And we are carried by, not the thoughts, we are carried by the flow of thoughts. See? If you are taking bath, let us take in Ganges, on the bank, you don't get washed away by the waters. But if the flood comes, what is flood? Water only. No, water with a flow. The flow carries us, not the water. Exactly the same way, thoughts do not disturb us. It is the flow of thoughts which disturbs us. See, friends, and the thoughts are breeding thoughts only when they are with reference to something finite. See, but we are never aware of this. We only complain. And if you want to understand this, go to any place. If somebody is sitting alone on the airports here and there, you can. This is my hobby. I enjoy that. What is he doing? He is getting carried away by his own thoughts. Keep on talking to yourself. Kusur, 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 kusur. And you ask such a person, hey, what are you thinking? No, nothing. What nothing? Therefore, one technique I told you, practice this Vyasa. Start with 1 minute. Extend it as much as you can. Right now. Do not talk to yourself for 1 minute. Over. Thoughts were going on. अभी 1 मिनट हुआ ही नहीं क्या? Now see, impact. You have seen yourself. What did I say? Don't talk to yourself, is it not? Did I say don't talk among yourself? When you are silent with yourself, you don't require a company. We are having volcanoes erupting. And then we want somebody, poultry farm inside. Abhyasa vairagya abhyam tan nirodha. Give it a try. Doesn't matter what posture you are sitting. Sitting on the chair, or you are a chairman or a coachman, doesn't matter. Try it, simple. Now what is happening because of this? We are arresting the flow of thought. See? Or you take something which is finite. See? After this class is over, I have to go and then cook food, and then see, the guests are coming there, but my husband never helps me and I do not know what to do. Should I take it in a potluck? Yes, there is a lot of food in the fridge. I'll take it out, put it in the microwave and give the pindadan. One after another, one after another. Abhyasa vairagya abhyam tan nirodha. Give it a try. This is abhyas. Start with 1 minute. And for any time. Yesterday I told you, I call it as the commode yoga. Sit on the commode until the job is over. You are not going to talk to yourself. देखो कितना मजा आता है. Maximum planning goes that way. Both the ends are working. I am telling you practical tips, not theoretical. See? Now the second step, Abhyasa. When the theme is finite, thought breeds thought. But when the theme is infinite, thoughts do not breed thoughts. So what is the infinite theme? Take Lord's name. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Over. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. It is for this purpose that the mantra sadhana is told, to arrest the flow of thoughts. Abhyasa. This is Abhyasa. Normally by Abhyasa what we mean, do the same thing again and again becomes Abhyasa. But the moment you stop, then it is all gone. See? Like you chant, for example, Bhagavad Gita regularly. And then don't chant for 1 month. Then you will start getting mixed up. But if you practice this, once you know the knack of it, friends, spirituality is a knack. Like swimming is a knack. A person who knows swimming, ask him exactly what happens when you swim. Yeah, swimming is swimming. Similarly, when you balance on a bicycle, it's a knack. One of my friends, his son, hardly 2.5 to 3 years. So they got a small bicycle for him. And in one go, he is perfect. In one go, as if he was born on a bicycle. See? Then he was, hey, how did you learn so quickly? He said, no, I don't know. That is the truth, I don't know. Friends, let the things happen. And for that, Abhyasa, Vairagya, Abhyam. So, Abhyasa is this. Now, Vairagya. Vairagya is what? Vairagya is recognizing, see, two things. One, the negative points of something. This comes from our Vivek Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Virajya Vishaya Vrata Dosha Drishtya Mumurvuhu Swalakshe Niyata Avastha Manasaha Shama Uchyate. Whenever we have given value to something, our mind runs after that to possess it. But if we find out negative points about that thing, our mind naturally withdraws. Negative points. See? But whenever we go anywhere, anything we see, oh, it is so nice, oh, it is so good, we should have it. Oh, there is a sale, the gin is available only for $5. Let us buy 10 of them. You have got only 2 legs, what will you do with that? And then keep on accumulating. You see, during the sale, the spelling is S-A-L-E. It's an abuse, Hindi. So, मेरे को पहुंच जाते. We get the things not because they are needed. We get the things because they are available. See? Food may be coming from somewhere, but stomach is your man. Then take care of that. Otherwise, the Madhya Pradesh will start bulging out like mine. See? Therefore, Virajya Vishaya Vrata Dosha Drishtya Mumurvuhu. What is the Dosha Drishti? Dosha Drishti is when we give importance to something, that becomes the source of our misery. Give importance to anything, that becomes the source of misery. Okay? Give importance to discipline, you will be most miserable. Give importance to cleanliness, you will be most miserable. See? Give importance to money, you will be most miserable. Artham anartham bhavaya nityam. See? The more you start thinking in this line, then you will come to know. Now during this Corona, which I call as the festival, you all have learned the following thing. We require minimum things for happy living. See? How many things we have accumulated. When you go in a walk-in wardrobe, you get lost. मैं कहाँ हूँ? See? Because too many things accumulated. The real joy is not in accumulation, but the real joy is in giving up. One example. One of my very good friend, retired brigadier in India, he came to meet me on Delhi airport. He said, Swamiji, I cannot come in the evening because now I can't see properly, driving is problem. So I'll come daytime when you are landing here. I said, come. He came maybe about 12 or 1 o'clock like that. So when I came out, he was waiting and with a nice bouquet came and gave and hugged me. Swamiji, good news. I said, don't tell me you are again getting married. He said, no. That is not the news. What is the news? News is, I have given up smoking. I said, now you have to answer my question. Yes. How many years you were smoking? He said, 60 years. From the age of 15 I was smoking. Now I am 80. I have been smoking for so many years. Not 1 or 2 cigarette packets. Okay, so you have got the data. What is the quantity and quality of happiness when you were smoking for 60 years? One data? Yes. Now you have given up smoking. Now second data. You have given up smoking. And you said you are very happy. Good news. Now these are the two data with you. Now tell me, between these two, which is the superior happiness? The happiness when you are smoking or the happiness when you are given up smoking? He said, Swamiji, you are a very, very tactical person. I said, tell me the truth, don't tell me lies. He says, Swamiji, you are right. After giving up smoking, I am really, really happy. Upanishad says, na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amrutatva manashu parena nakam nihitam guhayam vibhrajate yatayo vishanti. See, that happiness doesn't come from outside. We are all seeking happiness, friends. Express happiness or discover happiness. Whenever we discover something, it is already existing. It was covered by something. You must have seen in your own house. Something is kept somewhere and some book is there and you are searching where it is and you think it is lost and you lift the book, it is there. You don't create. Whenever you discover, you do not create. It is already there. In the same manner, when we discover happiness, we do not create happiness. And discovery lasts long. See, I am not your computer man. I don't know anything in the computer. So, when I am doing something, sometime by mistake, new thing I discover. And I tell you, I am so happy that time. Like when you remove the data, put it in the trash, once I went there and clicked and forgot about something called me. So it remained clicked for longer time. And then you can empty, in one go you can empty the whole thing. Otherwise you take out and select and all that. When I discovered this, I am so happy. Why? I have discovered. Friends, discover happiness. This is the Vyasa. Vyasa, Vairagya, Bhyam. Now, next step. What do we get in deep sleep? And what do we lose in deep sleep? analyze our own experience and learn. So, deep sleep is the process of giving up everything. We give up our body identification. We give up the waking world. We give up our achievements. We give up our failures. We give up our happiness. We give up our miseries. When everything is given up, and in deep sleep, what do we get? Unqualified bliss. And in the world, we are struggling to get the bliss, but we get blisters. Whenever two things rub against each, see? Like you people put on shoes, I put on khada. So there is nothing to rub against. But when you buy a new shoe, then here, there, and then blisters come. But when you are not seeking, you are not rubbing against anything. When you discover, you are merging in your own self. Vyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. See, friends, the real joy is in giving up, not hoarding. And the best part is, we have a choice. God has not made us miserable. He has given us that freedom. This is, like you must have gone and seen, in Delhi, the people spend a lot of money on their children's marriage. And therefore, each dish will be having too many options. 15, 20 types of achar, 20, 15 types of sweets, and so many salads, and so many chapatis, so many sabjis, and all of them. And we are Indians. So many things are given to choose and take what suits you. But we go there with a parat. And keep on taking everything. Arey Baba, choice is given for you to choose correct. But then we take the whole thing and eat, and aaj jara zyada hi ho gaya. Every day the same story. You choose in the same manner. We are all presented with all kinds of experiences, good and bad. Now you choose whether you want to be happy or you want to be miserable. Choose. Freedom is given. Therefore, remember this basic principle in life. We are all miserable by choice. God doesn't make anybody miserable. He cannot make anybody miserable. Why? We are self-sufficient. You don't require anybody. Hey, please make me miserable. Koi jarurat nahi. Self-sufficient. See, friends, this is the meaning of abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. Tannirodha, the thoughts are controlled by this practice. See, otherwise we keep on bumping the air, hold it inside. There are also questions, Swamiji, how long we should do the kumbha? Half an hour. See, then what will happen? Next question will not come. Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam. Relax, friend, relax. We have to learn to relax in life. तबला और दिमाग हमेशा चढ़ा के नहीं रखते. When there is a need, that time ठक ठक चढ़ाओ. बढ़िया, beautiful sound will come. Similarly, दिमाग. When it is required, be attentive. Otherwise, relax. But our dimaag is always tense. This happened in South Africa. I went somewhere and one doctor, he was the only, Andho mein Kana Raja, he was the only one who was knowing little bit of tabla playing. And some music was going on because he was the only tabla player available. And when I went there, sat, and he got inspired to show that he can really play tabla very well. And he got so excited and he hit that guy so huge, strong. There was a hole in that. Relax, relax. See, friends. Relax doesn't mean lazy. Three qualities of a perfect mind. One, the mind is at peace with itself. The mind is alert. And the mind is vigilant. There is a quiet mind. That is a dead mind. It's not quiet mind. See, the mind is quiet, alert, fully aware of things happening around. See? And vigilant. When we are interacting with the world, are we gathering impressions in the form of likes and dislikes on our mind? Live in such a manner. Don't create impressions on your mind. Wisdom is not an impression. Wisdom is light. Like in our childhood, we have some time or the other touched the fire. We got our hand burned. Therefore, we have learned. And because we have learned, it is wisdom. And therefore, we do not have likes or dislikes for the fire. Because we have learned. In the same manner, from every experience of our life, if we are in a process of learning, and that learning is done when we are vigilant, are we getting too much involved in this world, creating friends and enemies? Are you getting too much entangled with anybody or anything beyond limits? See, spiritual life is by the one, to the one, all alone without getting lonely. That is spiritual life. See, if we are at peace with ourselves, and how do we know that? Give it a try. Remain in your own place for, let us say, 15-20 minutes and don't have anything around you to bend upon. No phone, no TV, no nothing. Simply sit. Waste time. Just be. Why waste time? I'll cut vegetable. No. Your mind will not allow you to remain cool. Give it a try. And slowly the stamina develops. Suddenly I want to sit for 1 hour for meditation. And what is meditation? Non-stop. And such people get very easily disturbed. See, whenever I do meditation, you people do disturbance. Who is disturbed? You are disturbed. If we know this is the meaning of Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Tannirodha, then what will happen? Next sutra. Tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. Then we come back to ourselves. Be attentive. Consciousness is knowledge. Mind is knowledge. Water is water. Ice is also water. Now what is the difference? Water with the shape is ice. Ice without the shape is water. Knowledge with thoughts is mind. Mind without thoughts is consciousness. It is not a punishment, it is a freedom. Freedom from thoughts. It is not thoughtlessness. Freedom from thoughts means what? Freedom from the traffic. When you have got perfect driving skills. So let there be any kind of traffic, how does it matter? In the same manner, let there be any kind of thoughts, who cares? If we are able to keep distance through wisdom and understanding, whole life will change, my friends. Then tada drashtuhu sarupya avasthanam, then through us only the happiness will be expressed. Because anandadheva khalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti, Upanishad says. The creation is an expression of bliss. Ornaments are an expression of gold, barring the grace of the goldsmith. See, in the same manner, we are the expression of the divine bliss. Therefore, if the divine is expressing through us, it will be only happiness. And happiness doesn't mean all the time. Happiness means you live in this world as the most average, non-specific existence, like the space. Whether the space is in a sanctum of a temple or the space is in a commode, no problem. Why we are not able to do this? Because we are the victims of our iPhone, iPad. See? One iPhone has recently come to me. I was never using this iPhone. I used to use only Samsung. Now also this recording is only on the Samsung. So one of my very good friend, you must have been knowing his name, Ramesh Bhai Oja, a good friend of mine. So he asked me, he said, Swamiji, you are so mod kind person and you have got Samsung, you don't have iPhone? I said, no, I don't like iPhone. Why? I said, iPhone is an egoistic phone. I got Samsung. What is Samsung? Shamasang. The head of this Samsung phone in India is a Gujarati. Gujaratis cannot pronounce sh. So that Shamasang has become Samsung. See, friends, lead a cheerful, happy life. That's it. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, ये जीवन है. Even if you are a Bengali and keep on eating rasgulla or chom chom, you require a chutney in between. See, this is how the life is lived. Then we are practicing yoga. But you did not tell us any asana, any pranayam. I told you, but you are not understood. What is asana? Sthira sukham asanam. Sthira sukham. Sthira body is not said. Sukham. Bliss should be steady. Steady bliss is asana. If asana means twisting the body was real and important, Patanjali Maharshi would have given maximum emphasis on the asana. But if you see all the more than 190 sutras, only 2 sutras are mentioned for asana. Sthira Sukham Asanam. See? And technique is Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatti Bhyam. Effortless. And you can be effortless if you are original. Ananta Samapatti, Ananta, divine nature. Closer you are to your divine nature, you are effortless. Wherever we put efforts, we are abnormal. When there is asthma, see, you know in Hindi, mother-in-law is called as saas. And the grandmother-in-law is called as asthma. So when you have asthma, your breathing becomes difficult. Hey, why are you doing like this thing? Because you are not normal. In the same manner, whenever you are putting efforts, asthma. Relax. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in the whole universe. Our whole life is this struggle. I want to prove something to somebody. Who cares for you, man? We want to prove. Be yourself. Don't have to prove anything to anybody. And second thing, don't have to justify. Actually, Swamiji, I was coming, but what happened? Did I ask you? Whether you come or no, who cares? Remember this important principle. That is Abhyasa Vairagya Bhyam Tannirodha. All our thoughts erupt because not understanding the genesis of thoughts. These are the points, if you take into account, you will have very easily achieved Abhyasa Vairagya Bhyam Tannirodha. Now watch your mind at this moment. You have not achieved anything. At the same time, you have not lost anything. But you have come back to your original status. Those who complain about everything, they are like one of my friend. As usual, I went to my somebody's house for food. That is one of my professional hazards. So I went there. And that Amma was cooking something. And I said, Mama, what are you cooking? Let me see. That time the husband came. See, he was having soliloquy, talking to himself. These people take money. See, the phone is hanging in no time, hardly 3 months. What people they do, take money? When the husband is miserable, the wife is happy. You don't know anything, you only complain about everything. Ask Swamiji why the phone is hanging. Look here. In which Upanishad it is told how the phone to rectify. He says, Swamiji, I am referred to you. My phone is hanging, what should I do? So I said, go to settings. Scroll, yes. There is an option. Reset factory settings. Click on that. Other option. All data will be erased. Yes and no. Say yes. Yes. I said, no, restart. How much you really started? I said, this is your and my story. By factory resetting, we are all divine. But because there are free downloads, free apps, we keep on downloading, and the device cannot handle it. And then it hangs. Jaun to jaun kahan, baad mein jaun. How many garbage we have collected in our life, friends. And as if it was less. Now let us do yoga. Let us do meditation. As if it was less, do this also. The whole spiritual life is a process of undoing. It is not doing something. Undo. It is not becoming divine, but discover your own divinity. If this approach we take, we have learned the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. Otherwise, poor Patanjali must be twisting in his grave. Arey yaar, I never meant yoga for long life. You die. See. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.